Hello dear friends, good afternoon. Time for a cup of tea. So this one is actually from a teapot and it is broken. The teapot is broken. It happens all the time, so I will use this just as a container. And get a little spoonful of 黄山毛峰. This is a green tea with no flavor at all, just pure tea. I like it, not too much, just this amount is good. So we'll have a cup of tea, okay? And when we make the tea, I will do some chat and blah 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 with you. Wait me for a moment. I get a chair so that you can hear. So that you can hear my voice more clearly. So this one is not mostly for the tea. Although I make a tea video, I just do not want to waste the time just by only doing nothing. I will take this time to introduce my yogurt. Here is the yogurt. I made it this morning. And this morning I woke up at something like 7. It made around 7 o'clock, and now it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So 7 until 12, 5 o'clock, and then 3 o'clock, 3 hours. So totally it took 8 hours, and it has become a very good consistency. And some friends mentioned that you want to know about yogurt. You want to make yogurt, or you want to know how it is made. So now this is no longer the first time I make it like this. I am pretty confident to make such a video to explain you the reason of yogurt, how it works. So this one is a very good consistency, and let's see the other one also. 六六，妈妈待会儿跟你说话。你要什么？
我要吃一个 egg。
可以，你要等我1分钟。你先吃一个小的饼干干 ，OK？ 去吧，把门关上啊。待会儿我给你做鸡蛋 ，OK？
我要一个冰块。
OK， 你的手洗了吗？那就行。拿那个小夹子夹，来放到一个杯里，放到漂亮的杯里。拿这个夹子 ，no， 这个是加茶的，宝贝。no， 那个不是加冰的。minuto isso。放到这个，这个太大了吗 ？no， 放到这个。
我要做鱼。
OK，
可以放这个。
OK。一个还是2个？
很多。
OK。2个，3个，够了。待会儿要不然肚子会疼。
但是我要放橘。no， 不要放手。
这个扔掉。你自己倒可以吗？然后把冰箱关上，好。Okay, please excuse me for that. So this one has come to a very good consistency and good texture, and this one also. They are from different yogurt base. I forgot which one from which, but they all come out they all come out finally with good consistency. And the water
为什么老放水？
凉不凉？ Yeah, the water is already not hot, not cold, not extreme. It's room temperature. Imagine from morning 7 o'clock until now, any water becomes room temperature, right? So, so here is the reason of making yogurt. What I do, first, I got, now let me do another one. So I got 1 cup of milk. Yes, it's better to use a full fat milk. I like full fat milk, and you can either boil it or just use microwave. So first I make some milk, just this much, and I will microwave this one for 30 seconds. Now I am microwaving for 30 seconds. Nothing much we can do. And then you touch and feel the temperature of the milk. And for this amount of yogurt, I know because I have done several experiments, so this will not be too hot. Just make sure that your milk is not hotter, too much hotter than your finger. And I touch here, I do not feel hot, but let me try a little bit. So even to my tongue, it's just same temperature or a little bit lower than my tongue temperature. Then what I need to put some yogurt base. It can be whichever yogurt base, okay? And I have tried and I have read the ingredients. Some active, some did not write live active, whichever way. From what I have experienced, everything works. So one important thing is that the milk is really lukewarm. It's not hotter than your finger, because if it is hot, it will become clump. So after this, I may heat it up 15 seconds more or something, but never ever make it hot. Okay, so and then I will put into hot water. So here is a success experience. So I put into hot water, and this water is relatively, if in the morning when I go, I put a little bit hotter than my finger temperature, because I know when the heat gets through the glass, reach to the milk, it is already not very hot, right? So what I do not buy any equipment, just put into hot water. Right now this is not hot enough. I put some boiling water and mix it together. This way it is hotter than my finger, but still it is not too hot. From what I have experienced, one very important thing is that do not make the temperature too hot. The previous 2 experience or 3 experience or more, or the previous many experience, they fail. They didn't come out a good consistency because the milk is too hot. If if the milk is hot, the bacteria from the milk will be killed, and at least with the yogurt it will become a clump. So put it just like this, leave it, the multiplication of bacteria will happen. Some takes longer time, sometimes takes a shorter time, but as long as you let enough time to let the milk to develop, the yogurt to develop, it will finally reach that. One of the point is that if you know the temperature is not hot, the weather here is not too hot, today is not a sunshine day, and this water may go cold quite soon, what you do, what I do, I will start the milk with putting more starting yogurt. It's not always 1 spoon, not always 2 spoons. Summertime, maybe I put 1 spoon. And in wintertime, maybe I will start with 3 or 4 spoons, or half of it yogurt and half of the milk. And in summertime with less, so that within certain amount of time, the development will anyway reach to its fullest. So that's the way, that's the only thing. I do not cover it, and I think bacteria development need fresh air to develop. It needs air to develop. So this is a good way of doing it. Now I'm going to show you what is a bad way of doing it, or why I was not successful. So here is the good temperature of milk and yogurt. You can see it is very smooth. There is no clump. And although you see some clump of milk, it's just very, very few. But if you put the milk, the starting milk and yogurt too hot, let's put 30 minutes more and see what will happen. I'm sorry it takes time and I cannot do anything. Let's just honestly go through the whole procedure. How about that? So this is 30 seconds. Now I touch the milk. The milk is already hot. So let's take a look of this milk now. The milk is hot. Yes, it is hotter than my finger temperature. So you can see it becomes like this. And this way, from what I have experienced, the milk will never develop into my desired yogurt because it is too hot. You have killed the bacteria. So very important thing is to use warm milk, lukewarm milk to start, and the rest is actually natural happening. And with or without yogurt machine, or with or without special active yeast, is not so important. It is important to start with a warm milk, not too hot, not too cold. And how to make sure that it is warm? Just put your finger in the water and you feel it is almost the same as your finger temperature. It can be a little bit hotter and you feel the water is hot. Water is hot, but it's not really hot and to hurt you, not burn you. Anytime you feel the milk or the water is burning you, that is not good. If you have the time, if you have the money to buy a temperature controller, go for it. 100 degrees something. If you do not have a temperature controller, use your hand. Our body temperature is around 100. This cannot be go wrong unless unless we lost our body temperature. Anyway, this is a good yogurt I made, 8 hours, and it is not very sour. It is very comfortable, and so I finished making it, cover it up, put into refrigerator. It is good for 1 day, 2 days. People say it's good for 1 week. I do not know, because I cannot let it go for 1 week. It's only 1 day I will be already finishing it. I have never extended my experience to that long. And also this one is even thicker. I think this depends on the yogurt base and also the amount of yogurt you put. They are plain yogurt, not sweet, not so sour as what we have bought in the shop. Actually, let me try this one. Actually, what I think, my yogurt is more smoother, less acid, less sour than the shop bought yogurt. This is all what I experienced, and it's very smooth. It's even more acceptable, more pleasant to eat. You can use this to put with cucumber, to make a salad dressing, or put over chicken to make grilled chicken. What else? You can put some jam. Let me see, homemade jam. I have some homemade strawberry jam I made, not yet opened. It's been 2 months, 3 months almost, still good. And you can use chestnut, and it's special, so I bought it. Otherwise it would be too expensive. Chestnut cream, it's a very, very expensive stuff. Something like this will cost $8 something, but we bought in a much better price than that. Chestnut cream, it is so good. Anyway, so I hope this is enough for you to understand the reason of yogurt. Yogurt, warm milk, start from warm milk, okay? When you first do, start with more yogurt, less milk, so that it is easier to reach to its full development. Experience sometimes, if you make it wrong, not successful one time, just make sure that it is fair. If you did not succeed 2, 3, 4 times, it is only fair. I have tried more than 10 times until I make it right. If you reach it to the full satisfaction to succeed in 1 time or 2 times, it's absolutely not fair to me. Thank you. Bye bye, friends. Let me enjoy some of this. Bon appetito. Look at my yogurt. I love it. It is so smooth, full of love. Amour. C'est l'amour.